I just, Good morning. Hey, Angela. Lily, I don't know, but I was told it was put on at 20 seconds. So, hey, Sonic Hedgehog. Hey, Wise. Hey, Elena. Good morning.
Before this lesson starts,
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We've got, what are you doing?
Before this lesson starts, this lesson is sponsored by Cheesy Grooves.
No, it's not.
We're joking.
So I got him a new snack, and he was excited to share with you his new snack.
It's stop Eli. It's called soft white turtle.
Okay.
Amazing one. Also, we have 2 boxes left. 2 boxes left. Of Cheez-Its.
Yeah, he's...
What is it? We just got more stuff from Trader Joe's, by the way. Have fun. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Sponsor segment has ended.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, he also wants you to know we got more snacks from Trader Joe's. So, you know, whatever makes you happy, right? For some people, it's snacks. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, so, I had my helper who edits some of my videos. He said he was able to put the stream comments on slow mode, but Lily's saying it's not there. So I don't know what to do. He said he did it for 20 seconds. So the comments won't come all at once, but I don't know if that meant 20 seconds spaced apart or they would be up for 20 seconds. I don't know what it is. Brittany, your Q&A is your mini vacation? Or no, you're on your mini vacation. I'll make sure I read that right. Okay. So as you guys know who've been coming here for a while, yeah, Timmy the promoter, yep. I am doing well. I don't know why I always seem to have something stuck in my throat each time I do a live stream. Maybe it's a morning thing. But, all right, good job, Editing Lakes. They passed their math exam, so they don't have to retake it. I know you were worried about that. Good job. Okay, we got Lucas, we got Greg, we got Happy Face Wise. Enderman Nicole is saying, I want you to sing. No. No, you really don't. You really don't want me to sing. Trust me on that. Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. What do you think? Did it turn out okay? Did it turn out okay, Frank? I don't know. It's a different color than I normally do. It's okay. It's okay. It's a variation. Elena, thank you. Thank you. Starting the day off right with a little happy face pair dancing donation. Okay, are you in any upcoming videos? I shot one last week with the dynamic duo of Mikey and Jaden. I think it's the 4th one in that series. So, you know, it seems like instead of doing completely different characters and completely different scripts each time, I think if there's one that really works, Dhar Mann's gonna explore, you know, making it go. Can you go back to your technician? The slow mode is not on. Lily, I will ask him about it. Yes, I will ask him about it. So yes, Mikey and Jaden. So we shot a really fun one. I don't know when it'll be out, but apparently my character is now a nurse. So that's a little hint too. The video of you with short hair not knowing what TikTok was is your funniest Dhar Mann video. I wish they would do more comedy because I don't even know if that was supposed to be comedy, but I brought a comedy to it. I love comedy. I feel like I excel at comedy. And, you know, sometimes I try to do more of it and it's not appropriate or they dial me back. But, you know, I did notice, I don't know if you guys saw this on, Dhar Mann put a story up on his Instagram a few weeks ago and he said, would you guys like it if I did comedy meshed with inspiration? So I hope everybody voted yes, because a lot of us actors would love to do more comedy instead of just crying all the time. So hopefully everyone voted thumbs up on that, and maybe we will see some more comedy scripts coming out. I mean, you guys see the behind the scenes. That's kind of shows you some of the comedy that takes place on set when we're not shooting. So okay, Pastel Goth Bunny says, any tips for a beginner actor? Well, Pastel Goth Bunny, I just happened to post a video on Friday on how to start an acting career. So it's not necessarily tips on how to be a good actor, but if you want to act, it'll tell you how to get started. Jarrell wants to know what my last name was before it was Foster. You're not gonna try to hack me, are you, with people ask maiden names? Just kidding, Jarrell. It's Foster. I believe it's an English name. My dad had a little bit of English in him. He's mostly Swedish. My mom is, she claims to be 100% Norwegian. My dad is Swedish, Irish, Danish, maybe even a little Finnish. So, all right, let's see this last comment. Did you see the Dhar Mann video where a student gets suspended for dress code? That's one of my favorites. Vias, not only did I see it, I was asked to be in it. That was supposed to be me in it. But I was on vacation with my fam, so I had to turn it down. Yeah, I like that one. That was a good one. Yeah, somebody said you should have left your maiden name Foster as your actress name, because maybe it would have opened more doors for you in Hollywood, because they would have thought you were Jodie Foster's, you know, relative or whatever. I don't know if you guys know Jodie Foster. She was, she still is a fantastic actress, but she was popular in a lot of movies, but I think people remember her performance in Silence of the Lambs. Don't watch it if you're under 18. Don't watch it. Thank you, Brittany. Okay, so before I get into questions, I know I did a couple. We're going to talk about the subject at hand. You guys saw what I named this live stream, and I named it, what did I name it? Something about, is your dream big enough? Or do you dream big enough? Should you dream? I don't know, you guys can tell me what it's called. Something along the lines of, do you dream big enough? And what I have to share with you, it runs the lotion on the skin. I'm not even sure what that's related to. Okay, I'm gonna share with you only 2 lines from this book, 2 little lines that are gonna inspire this next conversation we're going to have. Okay, 2 lines from Robert Browning. Who has heard of Robert Browning? Did you have to study him in 9th grade English when you did the poetry section? Oh, okay, Silence of the Lambs quote. I'm like, what is that all about? Okay, must not be one of the more famous quotes. Okay, how big should you dream? Is your dream big enough? What do you guys think? Is the dream that you currently have right now big enough? Tell me. Who can say my dream is big enough? Santa said they have heard of Robert Browning. And we've got Elena. Elena has heard of him. Good. A lot of people said no. All right. So Arun said his dream is really big. How do you know if your dream is big enough? How do you know if your dream is big enough? Sharini Kitan, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. Lily, I will do my best. They said it was on. I don't know why it's not. So I had them work on it on their day off. Yeah, I got it. I got your multiple reminders, and thank you. I did my best to have it turned on, and things aren't going too bad. Maybe it's on my end because things aren't flying by so much on my end. Okay, Santa said my dream is big. Always keep it up. Beautiful videos, powerful words, because you will work hard when people don't believe you can.
So, Mom?
Yeah, Timmy.
Mom, so it's not both moves in by T-Rex?
What happened?
And then it's happened.
Oh no. Okay, so Eli got a brand new big T-Rex. And apparently T-Rex ate Timothy's his favorite plushie has been eaten. His arm has been eaten by the T-Rex. He wanted me to share that with you. So maybe Dad can sew his arm on for you again. Yes, he's the sewer in the family. He fixes everything. Here you go. Maybe Dad can sew. Well, I think he said you're not supposed to play with that. You're not supposed to fight over Boris with Eli anymore. And I think, didn't he say he's not going to fix the arm again? So, I don't know. Okay, so dreaming big, guys. Some of you are saying, always dream big. Please, no arguments. My dream is to one day move to the USA and get, after getting my bachelor's in business. Amazing. Brittany, Boris, not Boris. You know what? I think the slow mode is turned on my side because things are staying. I don't know. Okay. Here's just a question. This is one question I'm gonna ask you, and it's from Robert Browning, and he says, a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what is heaven for? A man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what is heaven for? Heaven is a place you cannot get to on your own. And that tells me the dreams that you have in your life should be dreams that you can't get to on your own, right? Thank you, Elena. So, Boris has left the building. Jerome, my dreams were way too big in the past. I wanted to be famous until I realized I prefer being anonymous. Okay, well, I don't know if being famous is a worthy dream. You can become famous, though, doing a worthy dream. So, we can use, a lot of you guys are here from Dhar Mann, so we could use him as an example. He became somewhat famous. I mean, he's not A-list celebrity movie star level yet, but he became famous doing something worthy. But if your aim is fame, that's lame. I just made that up on the spot. If your aim is fame, that's lame. Unless the point of the fame is to enrich humanity, is to help your brothers and sisters and help the world at large. But a dream that's self-contained, that's in it just for you, in my opinion, is not a worthy cause. I don't know, maybe some people think that's worthy. I'm not here to shoot down anyone's dream. I just want you to connect your dream of fame to a worthwhile cause. And maybe you have, maybe you do. Any thoughts on that? Okay, we've got Mr. Sira Ram said, I just want to work on my dream. Dhar Mann has inspired many people across the globe, which stands to reason why he's got tons of friends. Brittany, you are a true poet. The aim of fame is lame. Yeah, thanks for writing that down for me. Maybe I'll remember that later. I did say I was going to take a pen and paper on my next live stream. So I am going to write that down. Okay. Momentary break. Okay. Last week you weren't in the video. Okay. I don't think I was in any, was I not in any videos last week? I thought I was in the ballerina one last week. Wasn't that last week it came out? Ballerina Fat Shamed by Dancer. Pastel, you can get a role in Dhar Mann by auditioning for it, and they usually put roles on LA Casting. Did you see my edit? I DM'd you to put it in your IG stories, remember? Did I see it? I'm not sure. Did I respond? Guys know I get hundreds of messages a week. So I don't always get to them right away. And sometimes I'm going through them really fast and I'm not paying attention to everything. It's a lot to get through. Okay. Is your dream audition in AGT? Do you mean to be on America's Got Talent? Is that what you are asking? If so, no, that would not be my dream audition because I don't really think I have any talents worthy of being on AGT. Okay, do you remember you said it was very cool? What did I, oh, okay, so I saw it, see? I saw it, thank you. I gave $5 to a homeless guy going through a dumpster last Friday. He was so grateful, it made me happy. That's awesome, that's really awesome. I helped fix someone's car today. Cool. Were you supposed to play the principal in the dress code video? Yeah. Yeah. And she did great. She did great in that role. I can't be in every video. I was supposed to be in one recently, I think a couple weeks ago too with Aiden. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everyone's getting opportunities and I've got, I can't be everywhere at once. Okay. Someone says, I work every day. My goal is to bring change to something that has been static for way too long. Cool. And we've got Elena bought lunch for a homeless man today. Jesse wants to know how I wear all those wigs. Last time when I did the ballerina one, it was, oh, that's the worst wig I have. I hope I never wear that again. It was so itchy. My head the whole time was like, it was not. Oh, it was not good. I have a dream catcher. Okay. Oh, that was nice. Like some people are too humble or too embarrassed to ask for money. So Frank played the card of telling the guy it fell out of his pocket. And sometimes you have to do that. So my goal is to explore the world and live life to the fullest. Cool. May I ask how to ensure I will never give up on my dream? Well, you have to have a purpose behind your passion. So, and you have to know the reason why you're doing what you're doing. So if you know why you're doing it, it will help you on days where you don't feel like it. So having a very strong why connected to it. So for instance, if you say, I want to go into business and sell these widgets, and I want 20% of the proceeds to go to the battered women's shelter. Whenever you don't feel like working on your business idea, if you're connected to the why and you see in the news report another woman has died at the hands of her boyfriend or husband, it snaps you back into, that's right, I want to provide a place of refuge and sanctuary so that these women have places to go. So you would then you would be connected to why you get up each day, why you want to make sure your business is successful, and it would affect everything you do. Why do I want to negotiate with these people that sell me parts and get them to get me these parts at a lower cost? Because then more of that money will go to help these battered women. So if you guys are like, I don't know how to keep going when things get hard, when I get tired, when it doesn't feel worth it, you will give up on your dream if it's only about you. You know, because a lot of times we can just live with our life. Like, our life's okay. Maybe we don't have to have a big dream. Maybe we can just coast by. Like, we think sometimes we got good friends and family, and I can just, have a mediocre life, and it's going to be okay. But when you connect it to something that's going to make a difference for others, it will inspire you to get up each day, to work on it, to find new ways around, to hire the best employees, to negotiate the costs, to be competitive in the marketplace, because it's going to help all these battered women, or whatever your thing is, right? So anytime you guys are like, how do I keep my dream alive? Connect it to something. Have a good reason why. Yes, Ricky is in the upcoming video with Mikey and Jaden. Okay, Brittany says, what is your biggest peeve? Mine is one-uppers and the R word. Okay. My biggest pet peeve is when people are selfish and inconsiderate. And that can manifest in so many ways. Grocery store, it could be people like cutting in front of you in line. It could be just people who are like self-absorbed and they don't seem to see anybody else around them. And they think that their problems are so much worse. Oh my gosh, the nail technician, she did the wrong color on my nails. Meanwhile, the person standing behind you in line is counting his pennies, not sure if he has enough to buy, the sandwich meat for his kids' sandwiches. People, I guess, self-absorbed people are probably my pet peeve, because I think that's probably what makes people inconsiderate of others, is they're not even thinking anyone else in the world exists. Raul says, I'm kind of short-tempered, and I think it's because the environment I'm stuck in. So what can you do? Somebody said, just saying hi will make a difference to some people. And Raul, what can you do if you recognize the environment you're in may be causing you to be short-tempered? What can you do to get around that, to get away from that, to better yourself while you're in it? I would start making a list of questions. Okay. Derek wants to know, do any of your closest friends spend time with you and your family during your family time? No, it wouldn't be family time if there were friends over. It would be friends and family time, or it would just be a party. So no. Okay, Vias, let's see. Oh, that video, I love it, and the message. Have you heard of fidget toys, the Pop It? I've had heard of the fidgets. I was shooting a film once next to a... Did any of you guys see my movie Magic Hour? You should go check it out. It's a sweet little movie. It's only just a little over an hour long. It's on Amazon. My dear friend and co-star passed away a couple months ago. And he's the lead person in the movie with me. Anyway, we were shooting on Hollywood Boulevard. We did not have permits. So before COVID, people would set up shop on Hollywood Boulevard. There would be dancers, performers, musicians, people with snakes wanting you to take pictures with their snakes, or they would be selling stuff on Hollywood Boulevard. And we were shooting this movie Magic Hour, and we decided we need to do a scene on Hollywood Boulevard. So we came, my co-star came and he set up his little magic stuff where he was doing magic tricks on Hollywood Boulevard. And we were next to a guy who was selling fidget spinners. And we had to pull it off. Like, we had to be such good actors that they did not know this was actually for a film. So people, like, the guy filming me was this young blonde guy, and people were like, are you filming a movie? I was like, No, that's my little brother. I don't know what he's doing. He just wants to film everything everywhere we go. And I'm like making stuff up. My little brother, I don't know what he's doing. And so he's following me around with the camera as I'm walking through Hollywood Boulevard and we're weaving in and out. And then our co-star, he has already gone and set up the magic stand that I just happened to stumble upon. So it's a fun movie because we don't even have a script. Guys, this is the first movie I've ever got like put on Amazon Prime. We didn't even have a script. We had like a rough idea, like maybe this should happen in the scene. But us actors were having a grand old time because we were just making it up as we went. And it actually turned out really cute. Some of you can say that you saw it. If you have Amazon Prime, I think it's free. So you should really check it out. It's called Magic Hour. And you'll see, I think the star, I don't know if he went by Theodore or Ted. Ted is short. Anyway, it's kind of about a unique friendship between the two of us and how we happen to meet each other. And that we kind of bond over problems that we've had. And yeah, I'm totally not explaining it right. I should have like great sound bites that make it sound exciting. Okay, Angela says she saw it and it was awesome. So we will take Angela's word for it. So some of you guys have been asking me, what have you been in that isn't a Dhar Mann thing? So check out Magic Hour on Amazon Prime. Totally family friendly. Unlike my zombie movie, Cannibal Corpse Killers, I can recommend Magic Hour to people under 18. So, check it out. Oh, okay. So, Andreas just joined. Hi. Blush Roblox says, Katherine, my dream is to be an actor. Do you think I can do it? It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. Because if you think you can do it, you'll do it. If you think you can't do it, you won't do it. So it's all about what you think about yourself, right? What's that famous quote from Henry Ford? Henry Ford said, you guys, Timmy, do not let Eli outside by himself unless you're going to go with him and play with him. Timothy? Hopefully that's all figured out. Okay, Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So, hey, Giovanna. So we're talking about dreaming big. Someone said, I saw a short film where there is an intruder in your house and you ended up killing him. You must have saw that somewhere else, right? Because I was thinking, I was just going through some of my old footage from films I did like 10 years ago and more that I was going to post on my channel. And did you find that somewhere else? Because I don't think I posted that. I want to know, because if I've already posted it, which I don't think, I won't post it again. Sometimes I forget what I've posted on YouTube, and there's been at least two occasions where I've posted the same video twice. One time somebody noticed, they're like, didn't I already see that? Didn't I go, no, I've never posted that before. And then later I came to see, oh, yes, I did post that. I posted it twice. Only one person caught it, so it tells you not everybody watches all the videos. So it's fine. Okay, do you believe in the saying, if you believe you can achieve? Absolutely. I absolutely believe that. Because what happens if you don't believe? If you don't believe you can do something, then all of your actions follow. The way we act completely lines up with what our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are. So if you say, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it, guess what? You'll never make it. Or you have a lot slimmer of a chance to make it. But if you say, I can do it, it may be hard, but I can do it, I can overcome anything, the person who says that has a much, much greater chance.
Look, T-Rex.
Where's your T-Rex?
He's up.
He's up?
He's up in the ground.
He's up on the ground? Is he outside?
No.
Okay. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi?
No.
No. He doesn't want to say hi to you guys. Oh, okay, yes, he does. You want to tell them about your new T-Rex? Do you want to show them your new haircut? Guys, he got a haircut last Sunday. Now the curls really show. It's not so long and heavy. They're saying, hi, Eli. Hi, Eli. Do you want to say hello? No? Okay. All right. So where were we? We're talking about dreaming big. And how long does it take to shoot a Dhar Mann video? And do you film the scenes in order? Usually we do not. Oh, it's half and half. Oh, okay. Sometimes we film in order, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's dependent upon, like, yesterday when we shot, I was only in one scene, and it was the last scene. So we shot the last scene first, so I wouldn't be sitting there all day long while they're filming all the high school scenes that I'm not in. And we filmed the scene I'm in at the house first, which is the last scene. So yeah, there's no point in having me sit there for 12 hours if I'm not doing anything. So yeah, sometimes it just makes sense scheduling wise not to do that. Okay, how old can you drive a car? My mom tells me 18 years old. I think it depends on where you live. Some places I think are 18. Where I grew up, you only had to be 16 to drive a car, and you could be 15 when you were practicing driving a car. You could have your learning permit. Did any of your earlier films become more well-known when people started to recognize you from Dhar Mann? I wish. No. No, and people think like, because I've done all this Dhar Mann stuff that I'm getting all these other acting opportunities. I have not gotten one. I have not gotten one person say, hey, I saw you in Dhar Mann, would you be in my film? I did get one audition, but I sent in my audition. I don't even think they watched it. Because, you know, you can tell. They, if you upload your audition on YouTube, you can see if it's been viewed or not. So I got an audition out of it, but they never watched it. So I don't know what the point of that was. Hey, Steph. Do you think our country is strange? How can you drive at 16, go to war at 18, but don't gamble or drink until you're 21? In some ways, yes, when you put it that way. But if you look at it from a, like how the brain works, it kind of makes sense, because the part of the brain that helps you rationalize and helps you like cognitively figure out, I'm not going to get the terminology right, but that helps you figure out like what's right and what's wrong and taking chances. Some of the parts of the brain don't develop fully until you're in your 20s. So if you put someone with an underdeveloped, a brain that's not completely developed yet, and you put them on alcohol, or you put them in an addictive gambling situation, that won't turn out very well. That will not turn out very well. There is a reason why. Oh, Angela, you're so sweet. Thank you for the little cha-cha dancer there. Thank you for your gift. There's a reason that alcohol does not mix with people younger. And how many of you who are over 21 can attest to not always making the best decisions after you've had a few brewskis? But I got both my hands up. Yes, yes. I did some terribly stupid stuff back when I used to drink alcohol. Not good. Not good. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it to anyone. I actually haven't even drank since I was in my 20s. So, Elena, you're amazing. Thank you. I just love the emojis or gifts or whatever they're called that you guys are choosing. So, yeah, Frank says, I stopped drinking because I realized it's poison. Well, and then you have that too. It really does destroy your body. I went to this workshop conference once, and Dr. Amen was speaking there, and he's a brain specialist. And he showed us the difference between a healthy brain and a brain that was like from an alcoholic. It destroys certain parts of the brain. You know, there's a reason why like alcoholics are, they're called like, I don't remember the name, but there's like a link to like anger issues and alcoholism. And there's a link to my dad, when he comes home drunk, he beats me. There's something that gets totally messed up in the brain of people who drink alcohol. And you're right, Frank, it is poison to the body. I know some people say, you know, I just have a glass of wine with dinner, kind of to take the edge off, or, you know, to enhance the meal, and maybe that's okay. Or some people like talk about the flavonoids, the antioxidants found in wine. Well, okay, but you know, wine is made out of grapes, so you could just put some grape juice, some Concord grape juice in your glass, and cheers. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Mona. Let's see. Oh, it's night. It's night. It's night for some people. Hi, CJ. How are you? Lily wants to know, how do I calm down when I'm stressed or angry? Because I tend to fire out very easy because I like things precise. Now, I know it's, you know, sometimes this is harder for people who struggle with, you know, autism or Asperger's, and it's not always easy to even take the advice I'm going to give, because there's, you know, sometimes there's like a chemical imbalance, or you just feel like things have to be a certain way. And even though my husband doesn't have any diagnoses or anything like that, he likes things a certain way too. He's what I would call, I don't even know what I would call him. He's not quite OCD. He's not like OCD, but he likes things picked up and neat. And that's why he has like a separate area where his like man cave is, because he can keep everything nice and neat and orderly. And he walks into our bedroom and it's like, you see my clothes everywhere. It's like an explosion. And then he walks in the living room and the kids' toys are everywhere. And it gets him like anxious or uptight. It makes him feel like he can't be at ease or settled. So I know that's kind of separate from the like, how do I like not be stressed out thing. I guess it's kind of on par with that. But funny side note, when we were first married, I would come in the house. I had lots of shoes. I still have lots of shoes. I would come in the house, kick my shoes off right when I walked in. By the end of the week, there'd be piles of shoes. So our first place was a 3-bedroom when we were first married. And I had this little office. And I used to sell Mary Kay, so I had my little desk and I had like my products on the shelves. And every few days he would just so upset that I would not put my stuff away, would not put my shoes away. He would just open my office door and throw piles of shoes.
That's the
My
drops.
what?
That's the drops.
Okay.
Drops.
Okay.
That's the motorcycle guy.
Oh, it's a motorcycle guy. Okay. He would just take my coats, my shoes, just like throw them in the office and shut the door, because he's like, you cannot have your stuff all over the living room. Okay, so side note, back to your question, Lily. Okay, so a lot of this stems from what are you making it mean when things are not like the way you want them. What you have to be careful of, what is the self-talk you are telling yourself? Because a lot of times our reaction to things have to do with the self-talk we are telling ourselves. So if things aren't totally the way you want them and they're not working out, are you telling yourself, this is awful, this is terrible, this isn't gonna work, I can't do this, I can't function like this, things are gonna go bad. You know, if you're telling yourself all that kind of stuff, then you're going to react out of that. Because if you're thinking things are going to go terrible, now things aren't going to work, you're going to get angry at the people who are causing those things not to be precise, not to work out. So Mona says perfectionism is crippling. It's true. It's so true. So if that, and then that's like, that makes sense. Thank you, Steph. Love you too. So you have to notice the self-talk you're giving yourself. When something isn't totally right, can you instead switch to, okay, I don't like this. You know, you can acknowledge that you don't like it. Like, this isn't how I would do it. I don't think it's going to work that great here, but you know what? It's not my problem. We can overcome it. I can fix it later. We can move ahead. They probably didn't know. You know, just trust. Not everyone thinks the way you think. Not everyone does stuff the way you do it. I remember one time getting in like a little thing with my acting coach because apparently the way they taught math back when he was going to school, was that in the 50s and 60s, is not the way that I learned math. So we're both like, we're coming up with these numbers for like in some investment or something we were thinking of. And he was like, you know, we both came up with the same number, but he was like looking at how I do math. He's like, what are you doing? You don't do math that way. And same with now, like my son's math. I'm like, I cannot help you with math because I don't know what this math is, this Common Core. I don't know what this math is because this is not how I did math in school. So, you know, we all have different ways of doing things, and trying to get people to do things your way is not going to work out. It's just going to cause fights and cause tension. That's what I can say. You didn't give me like a specific example, so I don't know if that's exactly right on par, but it never hurts when you react in a fiery way or an angry way. It will always help you to ask yourself, what did I do? What am I thinking? What thoughts am I thinking about this situation? And how can I change my thoughts? I saw a great quote. Maybe I posted it on Instagram. I might have shared it. No, I don't think I did. But it was saying, it was talking about there is no past and there is no future. So, you know, people live in the now. So it's saying there is no past and there is no future. There is only memories and worries. So basically, your past is a memory. It's just a memory. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just remembering it. So it's in the imagination. And the future, there really is no future. All we have is now. And even when we get to the future, it's now. When we get there, it's now. So the future is also in your imagination. And sometimes our imagination plays tricks on us, that our imagination will get us worried, upset, crying, mourning over what happened, or it'll get us worrying about what might happen in the future. But honestly, all of it is your imagination. You're remembering the worst and you're imagining the worst. So we have to be mindful of, you know, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and worrying never gets you anywhere. Okay, so let's go back and look at a few of these. Do you like playing with the rain when you were a kid? Yes, I loved splashing in the rain, especially when it was warm out, to go outside and stomp in the puddles. Okay, curious. I'm in my late 20s now and I was bullied in school. I'm so sorry to hear that's happening to you. Please, oh, so she's responding to somebody. That's not a question for me. Yes, no one knows how you feel until they're in your shoes. Very true. Okay, you guys might be answering questions from someone else asked. And you know what? I love that about you guys. I love when someone is struggling on this live stream who's going through something, that you guys chime in and you try to help them out and you answer the questions, because you know I don't get to all of them. I don't see them. And I love that we're building up a community of people that care about each other, that this is a safe space, that people know every Sunday morning, even if Katherine can't get to my answer, I got a team of people that got my back. They have my back. They will be able to give me advice and help me through what I'm going through. And I also love that you guys find each other on social media after the live streams, that you write each other's names down and you communicate with each other, because That's what we need. It's so hard to find people in the world that are like-minded, that believe what you believe, that you know are your cheerleaders, that you know they've got your back and they're not going to judge you. And that's what my channel is, you guys, in the Katherine Norland community. We're just trying to help each other get through. We're holding each other's hands. We're catching them when they fall. We're being that shoulder for them to cry on, and then we're giving them advice to help them through so they don't feel stuck, so they don't feel alone. How many of you guys, just wondering, feel a sense of community here? Feel that you can say things that maybe you can't say other places? And you know, that's what I want to be, that place of non-judgment where you guys can go, yeah, Katherine understands, her community understands. I can let you guys know my struggles, you know, and I might not be able to speak them elsewhere. Okay, Wolf O'Donnell says, I do. Angela says, I feel at home. That's what I want. That's what I want, guys. Okay, so you are my favorite Dhar Mann actor. Keep doing the great work. Thank you, Sophus. Okay, and you guys are being so great with each other. Have you ever dealt with outsiders trying to put your parents against you? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't remember much of my childhood. Yeah, you know, it might be that I experienced some trauma in childhood that I'm not necessarily 100% sure on, but I don't remember much before my 16th birthday. So if that happened, I don't know. I remember I would go through photo albums with my mom, and she would be talking about all this great stuff we did as a family, and she would be showing me pictures, and I'd be like, that's me. There I am in that picture. But I don't remember going there. I don't remember taking that trip. I don't remember any of it. So I'm wondering, like, if there was some trauma that I went through that I've totally blocked out. I remember when back, I was praying for a long time. God, what happened to me? Why don't I remember my past? A lot of people remember their childhoods and they remember what they've done and where they went and special family trips. Why don't I remember? I remember for like several weeks just pressing into God. Why don't I remember? Hi, Loretta. Why don't I remember this? And I just remember God telling me, because it doesn't matter. You don't need to know. You know, if there was some trauma that I went through, how is that going to help me today? All it might do is drag me down if I remember something awful that happened to me. And then I would be dragging that into my present when it's in the past. It's water under the bridge. So yeah, I don't remember my childhood. I have many people that have asked me over the years to write an autobiography about my life. I'm like, I don't remember much of my young years. I mean, I could always interview my family and friends. I did that. I remember doing that once. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys in on a little, no, never mind. I'm not going to go there. Okay. Oh, Nicole says, I was brave enough to water slide and roller coaster. Maybe when we go back to a hotel or water park, I'll be brave enough to ride the big waters. Seattle Green is asking, what are some of your favorite TV or internet series? To be honest with you, I don't really have a lot of time to watch TV. If it's like family night and everybody's home, what we usually end up watching is kid stuff, and it's not even stuff I'm interested in. Cartoon, I'm not interested in watching another dinosaur cartoon, okay? So thank you, Angela. Back before we had Eli, there was I don't think you would be interested in it, but it was a TV series that I like called Drop Dead Diva. And it's about this, the premise is about this like super hot, skinny, like supermodel, but she dies. She goes to heaven and she's like demanding that she goes back to the earth. And it's a comedy series. And there was somebody else who died who was actually a good person that they were going to send back to life. But she slams down the button in heaven to send her back, but she gets mixed up with the other woman who is a big plus size lady. And so now this spoiled, selfish supermodel gets to go back to Earth, but she's put in a plus size body. It's a fun show. Just seeing how like she has to, and then her fiance who's just grieving over her death, she has to try to win her fiance back, and she can no longer use her looks to do it. So she has to go deep inside herself and become an actual good person to win him over. So, yes, I see your favorite shows, Frank, but those are like R-rated shows, and I couldn't watch those around the kids. Because you never know when they're going to walk in. And remember, I told you last week, Eli said the F word. So we cannot be watching shows like you watch. Probably for another 10 years, at least. We used to have to wait till Timmy was like in the other room playing video games. So we try to avoid all R-rated or mature audience shows around here. Okay, Steph, have a good night's sleep. Okay, have you ever been told you're not good at acting? Oh, plenty of times. Actually, yesterday, I got a lot of really fun messages on my Instagram. I deleted them all. First, I was going to leave them because I usually leave them. I had one on YouTube yesterday that was like, "You're a terrible actor." And I just hit like and said, "Thanks for the feedback." But I got some really nasty ones on Instagram yesterday, and in hindsight, I should have blocked the person because they weren't just putting me down with my acting. They were using the F word. They were swearing at me. They were saying I deserved a rotten hell. I think I really must have convinced them that I'm a gold digger in real life from my gold digger roles on Dhar Mann, because they were like, "You gold digging blah, blah, blah. I'm surprised you haven't cheated on your husband yet. And they're just going on." I'm like, wow, this person really hates me. It was kind of like, wow, I don't even know what to say. I'll just delete, because I don't want my young people who follow me to see that kind of nasty, toxic stuff. It has nothing to do with me not liking the comments, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. I probably do deserve a rotten hell. If it wasn't for God saving me, that's where I would go. So it's not like they're wrong, but oh, let's see. Okay. Have you ever had to witness people being stereotyped by others? Yes. Yes, I have. And I think it's something we even kind of all do to some degree. We all make some sort of judgment when we first see someone of what they might be like. So unfortunately, it's just human nature. So you just deal with it. You know, if people say stuff about you, they could be totally incorrect. I'm not a gold digger. I shop at thrift stores. I really don't care about material things. So people can have whatever kind of opinions they have about you, but that doesn't make it the truth. So, oh, thank you, Nicole. Did you ever have tough times acting? Because acting is my dream. It is a tough profession. I have to tell you, it's not easy. It takes years. It takes years to break through sometimes and find success. It's very rare when someone is an overnight success. And a lot of times even the overnight successes, they've worked for years and years and years behind the scenes before you knew who they were. So there was a lot of people who assumed, 3 years ago when the Dhar Mann show blew up, wow, how did, they just assumed I had never done anything before. And I had 17 years under my belt of acting in like 150 projects and having over 800 auditions. I had paid my dues. So people can assume that you're just this overnight thing and not know the years, the heartache, the tears, the rejection that was put in before you got into something that was a recognizable thing. It doesn't mean my acting and all the other projects was bad. It just means that didn't take off. It didn't have it didn't take off, and they didn't have the right marketing. They didn't have a message that resonated with people. I don't know why there's certain things I was in. I was like, oh my gosh, this project's so amazing. This is going to put me on the map. People are going to know who I am after this. And it never happened. And then when I did this, initially I was like, I don't know what this is. I like that it's family friendly, but initially in the beginning, I had been used to doing Hollywood level stuff. So sometimes initially some of the scripts, I was like, I don't know if this is believable. Like, I don't know if this is this writing isn't necessarily, up to the Hollywood standards I'm used to. But you know what? That didn't stop Dhar. He didn't let the nasty, mean comments, for every nasty, mean comment I get, he probably gets thousands of them. So, but he didn't let it stop him. He continued to grow. And have you guys noticed, is it just me? Have you noticed the scripts are getting better? They're getting like more fun, more plot twists. Because, in the beginning, sometimes it would be predictable. You'd be like, I already know what's going to happen. But now there's like different fun stuff coming in. So, he allowed himself, a little bit of time to not be that great, but to keep going. So Angela said she's noticed the scripts are getting better. And I'm not saying any of this as a put down to him, because none of us, when we start, are awesome, right? There's a famous quote by Zig Ziglar that says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And there's many of you guys, back on the topic of dreams, there's many of you guys that are afraid to start your dream, to go for your dream, because you're not very good yet. And I'm encouraging you, I'm urging you to start before you're good, because how are you going to get good if you don't start? So you have to not be worried about the rejection. You have to not be worried about the people that go, oh, that's terrible. I would never have done it that way. That's okay. You're learning, you're figuring it out. So don't be worried about that, because, even the greatest people were not good at one point. Maybe you guys would know, who is that famous basketball player, celebrity NBA basketball player who I think he didn't even make the college team or the team in high school. I can't remember. Katherine, totally saw your frosted flakes are great. You saw that. Oh, I've been trying to keep that under wraps. I don't know how you saw that. But that is not for a young audience. I did not know what I was getting myself into when I booked that shoot. But you never know, right? So I guess I should have expected something like that when you're auditioning for a hooker. What can we say? We haven't always done wholesome roles, folks. We haven't always done wholesome roles. I had a pass before Dhar Mann. I urge you not to look it up. Okay, so Sergio said it was Michael Jordan. Steph says, I was terrified to chase my dream of going into the beauty industry, and Katherine, you pushed me to do it, and now I'm smashing the goals in the course. I can't thank you enough. That's what I like to hear, Steph. I knew you could do it. Vias says, do not tell your problems to everyone. While there are many people out there who are understanding, others will talk behind your back. Yes, they will. You guys have to be careful who you share your dreams and goals and visions with, because some people just want to gossip about you behind your back. Oh, do you see what so-and-so is going to try to do? They'll probably never make it. I mean, they've never had any talent before. Whatever they're going to say. Some people are just jealous. And because they can't make it and they can't do it, they're going to try to smash you down to their level. Don't believe them. Don't fall for it. Don't listen to them. Okay, so Pastel Goth Bunny, what is your motivation to keep going? Like I said, I know what my why is. I know why I'm doing what I do, so I keep doing it. And seeing you guys tell me that it's making a difference in your lives is certainly one of my motivators. Okay, how do you figure out who you can trust? That's a good question. Here's one telltale way. When you get together with somebody, when you get together with one of your friends, who are they talking about? Are they talking about other people? Because if they're talking about other people, you're going to be next on their list. If they're the type of people who gossip about other people when you're around them, they're going to gossip about you when you're not around them. So people will give themselves away. Sometimes it takes time. Don't open up to everybody right away. Sometimes, I don't remember who did the famous quote. Thank you, Elena. There's a famous quote, I don't remember who said it, but initially, but I heard it from my pastor, and he says, time is the weapon that forces deception to reveal itself. So in other words, just give someone time. It's a matter of time before their true nature comes out, before you can see who they really are. This goes for the dating world too. When you first start dating someone, they will put up their best front. And they will put up their best front. They will show only their good side, their good nature, their good things about them. But tell me, guys, give it 6 months. You give it 6 months and you see if that hot thing turns into swamp thing. So 6 months is about the time period. Oh, so okay, Frank is saying, I forgot to tell you, last week, me and my coworker compromised on Bob Marley music. Good job. You found something you could both agree on. I love that. How come only internet celebrities make it to Hollywood? What are you talking about? That's not true. All different kinds of people make it to Hollywood. And there's some people that make it in Hollywood that are not even on the internet. Okay, I've learned to observe how others speak to gauge trust. That's a good one, Mona. Thank you, Raphael. Okay, guys, we are over an hour now. And you guys know I usually do it for an hour. I gotta go get the fam ready for church. Bless you. Have a great week, you guys. Here on my channel, you'll see my advice videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. My Instagram short in the evening on Thursdays, and Fridays you will see I try to put out a special video every Friday. I have one coming up that you guys have been requesting. I hope it's ready for Friday. My editor's working on it. I hope it's ready for Friday because it's one you guys have been asking for a long time. Okay, I will see you next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.